Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and what we are going to talk about today is why I went with a pair of non-gaming headphones for gaming. Now this is why I went with the Sony WH-1000XM5s. Now I'm basically a console gamer and enjoy playing single player games on both the PS5 and the Xbox Series X with the occasional online game thrown into the mix. I'm not a dedicated online player, but if you are, then I think you're better off going with a dedicated pair of gaming headphones because they do serve that purpose a lot more. But if you like cinematic games or if you like playing single player games, then you may want to stay tuned until the end and watch this video because I'm going to explain why the 1000XM5s are a great option for this. But before we get into it, you should know that there are a lot of brands that make great gaming headphones. Sony, for example, has its own Pulse 3D headset and of course the premium in-zones as well. Microsoft has its own headphones. For the Xbox, you have third-party brands like SteelSeries, Razer, HyperX, and so many more making headphones for depending on the platform you are. And of course, if you're a PC gamer, then of course there are a variety of options for you as well. But when I started out on the PS4 and Xbox One to use headphones more because, you know, family's there and you don't want to disturb them, I had these. These are the HyperX Cloud 2, and they're a fantastic pair of headphones because the build quality was good. They were a little pricey at the time, costing a little about 10,000 rupees 6-7 years ago, which meant they were quite expensive back then, but they had very good cushioning. I used these headphones so much over the years. You can see the wear and tear, but they still fit great. They are great. The cable is short enough not to, you know, get entangled with you when you connect it to the controller of the PS4 or even the PS5 or the Xbox One controller. But it was time to upgrade from these. Now during that time, I had another pair of headphones with me, which was the Bose QC35. This was the OG Bose QC35, and they are a great use in my family as a pair of travel headphones. A lot of people at home use it, which is why you can see the little bit of wear and tear, but not me. I just could not get myself to enjoy these headphones for a couple of reasons. The build quality is absolutely fantastic, don't get me wrong, but when I wear them, my ears are really big, so I could never get a really comfortable fit, and because of that, prolonged use of these headphones for someone like me was really uncomfortable because I have really big ears, can't help it. But then about 6 months ago, I got these. These are the Sony WH-1000XM5s, and I can tell you they are fantastic. If you want to know about their movie and music performance, there are many reviews out there online to tell you about them. They charge via USB-C, you get a 3.5mm cable in the box. It's not foldable, but you do get this nice carrying case with it in case you travel as well. And in my case, I travel with these to play on my Switch. But coming back to how good they are for gaming. Now, first of all, the build is very good for prolonged use. It's very well cushioned. The ear cups are big enough for, you know, my big ears, which means they fit extremely well, and I connect them to the console via the 3.5mm cable in the controller. Now, if you want to connect these headphones wirelessly, you cannot do that with the console directly. That's why when you buy a dedicated gaming headset for either platform, you get a dedicated dongle that you connect to the USB port of the consoles. You can connect these to the Bluetooth of your TV if that's an option, but I found there to be a little bit of latency over there, and the experience wasn't as great as it could be, especially when you consider the benefits that you get when you connect this via a 3.5mm cable to the PlayStation 5 that supports 3D audio. So that's about the features. Now, once you connect this via 3.5mm, and if you haven't switched them on, the noise cancelling will not be on, which means you will still be able to hear the environment around you. But if you want the completely immersive experience, once you've connected these to your controller via the 3.5mm cable, simply switch on the headphones and you will have noise cancellation active, and they will be really immersive. So how do they sound when you start gaming? Let's kick things off with the PlayStation 5, where we went into the settings and switched on 3D audio to get that absolutely immersive experience and calibrated it, as you can see on your screens right now. And we played a bunch of games. Now, be it games like Uncharted, which is really action-packed and you have these bikes chasing you from all around, or you have some of the quieter moments in that game where you're just walking through a village. The ambient sounds, the surround experience, all is absolutely fantastic. Even a game like Dead Space, which is just absolutely environmental, and you will hear the shrieks of one of the necromorphs from a corner, you will feel like it's coming from right behind you. So even though you can enable 3D audio on this, the surround experience that comes with that is absolutely immersive, especially in atmospheric games like Dead Space. Even a game like Dirt 5, where you have the grunt of the cars, and this is where you'll notice, because dedicated gaming headphones are sometimes slightly more bassier, but these headphones have very good sound overall, and the bass is still still very good. So if someone's coming from the left behind to overtake you, you are going to be able to hear it and get that absolutely immersive experience when playing a game. Moving over to the Xbox, once again we connected this to the Xbox controller via the 3.5mm cable and played a bunch of games. So even a game like Doom Eternal, for example, which has a lot of different types of guns which have a different grunt to each of them, and even the demons coming at you from different sides, the surround experience is absolutely fantastic. A game like Gears 5, again another action game which has a lot of immersion in it, is very enjoyable on these headphones, be it the conversations between the characters which are crystal clear, and even the sounds of the guns. Even if you're into racing games on either of the platforms, the grunt of the cars, just the fact that you have environmental sounds, the background score, everything sounds extremely detailed. I cannot find one reason why I cannot recommend these to someone who is into single player gaming. Yes, the microphone could have been better, especially if you're someone that's going to chat with your friends a lot more while gaming, and that's where if you're more into multiplayer gaming or use the microphone a lot more, then you may want to go and get a pair of dedicated headphones. Another con is that there are no volume controls on the headphones directly, but then again the user interface of both the consoles is so good that it's just a couple of button presses away, and keeping the volume between 50 to 70% is what I found was absolutely enjoyable. You can go a lot louder if you want and a lot softer if you need to pay attention around by switching off the noise cancelling. But I think 50 to 70% volume of these headphones through the console's controls was absolutely fantastic. So if there is any cons when it comes to gaming, I think the microphone may not appeal to all gamers. And yes, if you are dedicated with a single console, like if you only have a PlayStation 5, then maybe something like the InZones or the SteelSeries headphones, which are premiumly priced. Remember, these headphones cost about 30,000 rupees as of me recording this video. So they are premium priced, but they are great value for that price. But if you have multiple consoles like me, if you're on the PS5 and the Series X and the Switch, and you want a pair of headphones to connect to your TV so you can enjoy a movie without disturbing the family, or simply listening to music at home once again without disturbing people, then these are fantastic all-rounders, especially since a majority of my use for these headphones comes with gaming. So there you have it, guys. Remember, these are not IP rated, so if you are someone that goes to the gym or goes walking outside, you may want to not sweat in these, and keeping the Delhi weather in mind, you may want to switch on the AC when gaming. I game on these for about 3 to 4 hours at a stretch, of course taking a break every 45 minutes to an hour, but for those long gaming sessions, these headphones are comfortable and very good to use. So there you have it, guys. That was my review of the Sony WH-1000XM5s after using them for almost 6 months, especially for an activity like console gaming. You can let me know what you thought of this video in the comment section below, and you can also check out my review of my LG B9 OLED TV after about 3.5 years of use, where I talk about issues like burn-in and long-term use of an OLED, and also my soundbar, which is the Yamaha YAS209, which I've used for a little over 3 years. So there you have it, guys. That is all the content we have for you today. You can catch me in another video. It's goodbye for now.